Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun City, today at the historic Sun Bowl as a couple of squads come in trying to finish their season as champions of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Football with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Looking for a man. It's Kramer. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And his throw is incomplete. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass. Nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Snap to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Gets away from one, finds some space. Turns it on down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Watt. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Toss to the outside. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space. Good things will happen.
Flips it out in the flat. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got room to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Kramer. Quarterback adapted. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Working that wide receiver screen. At the 40, there he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. Runs through a tackle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. A fun postseason battle here. Deadlock at the end of the first. Here's a quick check on the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. First play of the period, first down here. Send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. They're going to sling it on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's blocked. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's caught. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete on the right side. Push down for the tackle.
And that's why this QB speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
To the air, it's Kramer. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He's got him in the flat. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's blocked. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. He'll bring it out. It's blocked. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The give to the single back. There he goes. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Creates a little space. He's loose. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Watt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Try to get it to the edge. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Looking to pass. It's Kramer. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense gets set for second down. The play action fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Give to the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Razorbacks will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish the first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
And he tacks on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Kramer. quickly to the flat and wide receiver screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first one.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He's got him. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got it. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. A little release to the back. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to get outside. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. 2 very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way, so for this offense right here, this drive, start off the second half, David, they need to put something together, really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Right on the money. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, they're fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Yellow Jackets line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Snapped it in the shotgun. Big guy smells it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out on the flat for the score.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They look finished, but they're all the way back and they have the lead.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and
Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's blocked. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They try to pop a run on the draw. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
well, this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Picks up the first down, still moving. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Direct snap. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. The screen, he can go. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And how about this defense flipping the field, turning a negative situation into a positive, causing the fumble, scooping that puppy up. You look at the blocking out in front of the guy, you could tell, chewing up yardage.
puts it all the way back down the field, gets a ton of yards back, and now puts an offense in a position to succeed.
Now improvising. Touchdown, Arkansas! They take the lead with the 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watt. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of a quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
This is a designed run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I'm not a huge huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'd be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator comes out and shows the defense the same look, but this time sends the receiver to the middle of the field. Might catch the defense.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fit it in the window for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. The give to the lone running back. On the move at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The RPO fire complete to the left. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Razorbacks are on the move. Toss sweep to the right. Turning it on. Fights off a defender. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And the Razorbacks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's a hit. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Operating in in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass, it's Kramer. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Coming out with it, it's Watt. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Now the play fake. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Off play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the clock. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Under fire. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Looking for a man. It's Kramer. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in. It's Waddle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and